When trying to obtain financing with stated income financing for commercial or investment properties, one of the things that the borrower has total control of is the accuracy of the information that's done in the application. Many times, some of the reasons why deals are declined or take longer than should or that it should take is simply because of inaccurate or missing information. Most lenders that do stated income financing will use a uniform residential loan application, also known as a 1003. Even though it might be for a commercial property or an investment property, that seems to be a common denominator of most lenders. So, first of all, if you're going to fill out a 1003 and you're going to fill it out by hand, obviously you want to make sure that it's legible. Because I've seen over the years things that are you just cannot read them. So if you want to guarantee that your loan will take longer, fill something out that you can't read. If you're lucky and you have Adobe on your computer to where you can save a file like Acrobat, most of the 1003 nows are fillable in Adobe and you can save the form. So some of the things I've highlighted here, some things are more important than others, obviously, in terms of information, and some of them are just not going to be applicable. Like when you see here mortgage applied for, it's going to be other because it's stated income. There's not going to be an agency case number. There's not going to be a lender case number for you to fill in. Loan amount that you're looking for. Interest rate, you will have talked with someone about what they feel the rate's going to be, number of months, amortization. Please make sure that you put the subject property address. And if there's more than one, then obviously put more than one. If it's rental properties, you obviously here want to put number of units. If you do have the legal description of the property, please put that here. And obviously here you have purpose of the loan, purchase, refi, construction. Well, there's not going to be construction to perm. Although some of the deals that we'll see will be a refinance cash out. That would be other. And then property, most of the time it's just going to be putting investment property, even if it's for something that's other than an investment property. Say if it's a retail, like a convenience store without fuel, or anything that's not an investment property, but it's a business property, we're really going investment because they're not going to be a residence. This line's not going to be filled out, shouldn't ever be filled out because there's not going to be construction. If this is a refinance, original cost, amount of existing liens, what's the purpose? If you've done or you're doing any improvements to it, put the cost and what was done or what will be done. Title will be held in what name? A lot of times people do not know what to put manner in which title will be held. If you don't know, because the states are different, simply get on Google and type that phrase, manner in which title will be held, and you'll see the different type of options. Here, estate would be held in, you're almost all the time going to put fee simple, because a leasehold just simply means that you would be buying the building and leasing the land, and that's not probably going to happen on the stated income. Source of the down payment, if whether it's coming from a 401k, if it's coming from savings account, stocks, wherever, put that there. And if you're borrowing part of it, put that there. Borrower information is pretty self-explanatory. Name, social security, phone number, date of birth, things like that. Same thing with employment. Some of you are going to be self-employed, but basically what they want to do is, if you haven't been 2 years at your current business or place of work, then they want you to keep going down here and putting previous employers. We're getting to some of the more important information here in terms of your income. Now, keep in mind, on stated income, the most important thing on the transaction is going to be your personal credit. I mean, that will get more deal declined than anything else compared to other types of financing. Stated income, it's much more important here. Here you're going to want to put the information about your personal income. Assets and liabilities, really important. Specifically, you all understand how to put where's your money, whether it's bank, credit union, wherever. And assets are usually on the left side and liabilities are over here, whether those are home loans, car loans, things like that. That's put over here. Here on the left, stocks and bonds, life insurance. One big mistake that so many people make is if they've got a $500,000 life insurance policy, they'll put $500,000 as an asset. It's not an asset. If you have whole life, universal life, variable life, things like that that actually have cash value in it, that's where you put that, but not the face amount. Real estate owned, whatever the market value of that is, and then we'll elaborate below on that. Whatever you have in retirement, net worth of business, assets in terms of what your automobiles are worth in other assets, and they're going to want you to itemize what those are. Very important here. If you own properties, if you own rental properties, very important that this is filled in and that it's accurate. The address, and then it has here enter if sold, pending sale, or rental being held for income, type of property, present market value, amount of mortgages and liens, gross rental income, mortgage payments, insurance, maintenance, taxes, and miscellaneous net rental income. I see lots of people put inaccurate information or missing information, or the information that they put here does not match up. More often than not, it does not match up with the amount of mortgages and liens that show up on their credit report. So you want to make sure that whatever's on your credit report is reasonably close to what you're going to put here in this column. The other things with stated income, most programs you're not going to be able to have a bankruptcy, foreclosure, loan modification, or short sales in the last 24 months, and no derogatories. Derogatories meaning late payments, things like that, on installment credit in the recent 12 months, and also you need to have 12 months mortgage payments made on time. But even though it only goes back 2 years, you still have to state if you've had a bankruptcy or foreclosure. Even if it was 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, you still need to put this here. So hopefully at the very end of this also you want to put if there's any kind of seller financing, or if the seller's paying any of the closing cost, or if there's other credits such as a rent credit. Again, is any part of the down payment borrowed? Yes, no, whatever. A certain amount can be. It says here, you a U.S. citizen or permanent resident alien with stated income financing. That's not as important because you can get financing if you don't answer yes to those. So I hope that this will help you make sure that you have an accurate and legible 1003 or application to submit, so that can ensure a quicker approval for you. Thanks for taking a moment for watching this.